Wait, who's the fake lizard? Why am I the real lizard? Ah, but, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you'll see a very quick one because the drafts are way more similar this time around. Similar power levels, similar power spikes, and Omega have got pretty much win conditions here. The Morphling versus Gyro, the Morphling the mid lane. It's looking much better for them. And I love the Ogre with the Bloodlust plus the Tiny position 1. Looking solid.
In strength is victory.
Yeah, Omega.
Ooh. To break the tie. Do we have time to flip a coin? Oh, no, we don't have time.
We don't. Heads.
It's Neon. Flipped a coin. Because you guys couldn't see the coin doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah, it definitely did make sense how you decided which team to go for. I mean, I've seen a lot of bad stuff from you in the past when it comes to predicting, so nothing surprises me any longer. I'm fine with it.
We really need that full Season 1, Season 2 prediction rate, because I feel like my percentages...
I feel like you don't. The rest of us, maybe. You? Are you sure? You really want it?
I kind of want to see it.
I'm pretty sure they have it, so they can give it to you.
For the big award at the end.
I'm not sure if you want it public or not, but sure. So, yeah, what was I talking about earlier? The Morphling into the Ember. Pretty damn solid. Later on, the way you itemize versus the Gyro is also good. You can turn into a better Gyro. And you truly will have this win condition coming from the mid lane. The only problem that I see from Omega is there's such a one-dimensional draft. Like you have this Ogre, Mirana, Tiny, Dragonite. There's no flair to it. It's all very straightforward.
And you think there's flair from Neon?
There's definitely, like you have some Grimstroke with Soulbind ulti, you have some Relocate, Ember can play in and out. On Omega, I'm a Dragonite, I am going to stun you, and then Ogre will also stun you, and then Mirana will hit you, and you dead. You know, it's...
You know it's coming, you know what's gonna be there.
You can definitely read it, the only question is, can you do anything about it?
Yeah. Question, and I wonder, I want to say it depends on how well CTM does. Because that shard, I could see it being very big in this game, or even just multiple levels in the press the attack. Have it on that level 4, have that 13-sec cooldown. You know, somebody gets stunned, give them a chance to get out of there, press the attack, run away.
Yeah, we've seen like maybe one game where Legion Commander didn't do well.
Yeah. Legion is... At least right now, seemingly a very strong game.
And this is a very strong lane. It's not seemingly, she is strong. And this lane with the Grimstroke is also pretty damn sick. You have Inkswell, a lot of catch potential. Yeah, it's pretty solid, pretty solid. On the bottom lane, Shanks starting once again with the Blightstone. We see this very often for Miranas at the moment. It makes it a little bit easier to play, especially versus an IO that has low armor.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This is, you see the ward behind the tier 1 on the bottom lane? Yeah. That's literally what's killing these couriers.
With Yopaj getting a little bit low. Yeah, I place that ward a lot. I like killing some couriers.
You can also put it on the cliff, a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
If you're playing something like an Enchantress or a Doom and you need to see the camp as well, that cliff is actually a pretty solid place to put it. Because you can react to a courier moving in faster.
I wonder if they're going to get courier as well. Because Shanks will see it, but I don't think he's going to.
They're moving it back. They're microing it. You could actually see the Mirana. Shanks moves a little bit to the left. He's courier back. On the mid lane, this is a big bait of a lane in which Morphling is always sitting low, so you're thinking there's going to be a kill, but he just moves back up and didn't do anything too much.
Yeah, I'm taking some damage, overwhelming odds on both heroes.
Yeah, Ogre doesn't care. He's a big chunky boy.
7 armor.
So,
literally unkillable.
For my glory.
He had 11 at one point. I'm not sure if he had 11 or he had 11 with good times, good times. You would literally dive a tier 2.
Oh, they're going and looking for Shanks. Didn't get that homie missile to hit though.
That's what's happening as well, right? You're playing versus a Mirana with Elite. If you do manage to kill Shanks, that's definitely his own fault. He overextended. I mean, they both have water runes. There is no way. Like, it's not. It's just a bait. Observers getting debated. That's the storyline here. In before someone dies, and then Vepas messages me on WhatsApp. What's up now, Lizard?
I always get debated by the Morphling, especially when he's shifting and you see that life just get super low and you're like, oh, is he dying? And then you click over to his lane, it's just him standing by himself.
Oh, mid lane. I love how we're just gonna watch this lane now. Vepas is like, nah, I'm not moving away anymore. This is it. This is what we're watching.
He's on 1 health. Very killable.
It's, like I said, big debate. If any one of these dies early on, it's mostly due to outplay or Morphling maybe cheating Agi when he strength.
Plus taking a lot of damage from those adaptive strikes. Just enjoying it. Avalanche toss through on CTM. Press the attack to back off. CML not there to help out, but Yopaj getting low. Slights once again.
Dire's structures are
as this flame guard has a sip in the bottle.
Meanwhile, he just lost like 3 creeps under the tower on the side of Morphling. Sadly, because he was trying to get that kill.
It's that bounty.
Not playing so far as expected. CTM, he's not dominating, he's not pressuring the Tiny and Ogre. It's really hard to do that, but he's still farming, and he has a very decent CS. This is something that we've all come to expect from Legion commanders. Bottom lane is very similar as well, because Mirana is difficult to kill her, 3 leap charges. Dragon Eye just naturally way too tanky to take down. Mid lane is the most flashy lane, most interesting.
Just doesn't look like they're gonna die anyway. Like you said, unless there's a misplay. 35-0 already for this Tiny. Wow.
He's taking a little bit of damage now, moment of courage, and with Mirana rotating mid, maybe the arrow will make the difference. They are setting up the stun.
They missed the arrow. That can't happen because now CML, he might be the one who dies. So Chase thinks, well, not sure he's got the damage, but the silence stops the stun on the Yopaj. Wave form first blood there for play hard. Yopaj, oh, not even saved.
So the next level play, we're just not good enough to understand. Bait the Ember onto your own side to be able to actually
Radiant's
kill it.
Bottom tower
yeah, that arrow,
zoning
arrow from Shanks, I'm not sure. Like when you set up with the stun, you should be able to land it. Mistakes do happen. Nice try from Jean-Well as well to rotate in to save the Ember, but it's very difficult when you're full HP on IO. It's very difficult for a Wisp to heal you up if he's already full, if he doesn't have fairy fires.
I wonder if Playhard just caught that. The bounty getting taken, and then knowing that the wood was probably placed.
I should probably know. We're 7 minutes in, and there's 2 kills on the board. Give me the Rambulan. Filipinos, my friends, what's happening here? I was promised brawling action. I was promised 20-minute games, decide who's the better one. No strategizing, nothing like that, just fight it off, manly. But this is way more calm, strategized.
They're keeping it slow for you, so you can get
so I can
a
understand
longer
it.
game. You're not done in 22 minutes.
Yeah, I've casted with you this season. Not too many games, and all of them were like 15-20 minute mark. Done. It's a nice stack of hard camp here, and the ancients. Some Yeah, you need to do a little bit more for the Ember.
They find the dual Phantom's Embrace, tether over. They've got the win. Shank's getting caught. Inkswell lands onto the Ogre. They've got Tiny on the high ground. Avalanche, I'm not sure that saves them. Stroke of Fate for the slow. They've got 3 heroes here to output that damage, and eventually CML.
He's a big boy.
Die. Yeah, overwhelming odds.
He's a big boy, but there's way too much damage. And I love how Ember just Yopa, she's like, yeah, I'll slide to fist, and that's my contribution back to the stacks. And it's important for him to get a lot of farm early on because he's the vessel builder. You can see that he already has it queued up, and this vessel is huge for Neon. Not only versus Morphing, by the way. All 3 cores are
Radiant's top
pretty
tower
much
is under attack.
Look at that.
tanky, right? Like 1k plus early on. Dragon Knight, the Tiny, the Morphing. None of these heroes like vessel will fight.
They really want to go in on Natsumi, but they've got the tether, and now arrow doesn't land. Rocket Barrage, I thought maybe that would be enough damage.
Ember is here though.
Sleight of Food, Searing Chains, and DK getting low. Eventually, Sam H does die. Max made the rotation, but not getting anything out of it.
He tried to TP back in, maybe get a counter kill, but didn't work mostly because there was a haste as well on Ember, so it's very easy for him to get in and out.
Searing Chains. Oh, Slight and the red.
Waters rise.
He didn't snatch the bounty rune. That was the plan. He just tried to be a little bit cheeky there to take the bounty rune away from them.
Yeah, how risky can he be?
So looking at net worth right now, Omega is doing fairly well. Morphling is on top, followed closely by Tiny. It's not a huge difference. They're still as a team 1k behind. But the lanes have read
Radiant
decently well for
structures are
them. Much
fortified.
better than in game 1.
Radiant's middle tower is
Because
under
the only
attack.
thing now that they have to worry about are these stats. They've got vision, and Mac's going to come over here, take the bounty. I guess the question becomes, is there a way for them to shut down the stack taking?
I don't think so. Not at the moment, at least if you're Dire. Maybe you can bring your whole team plus Tiny. Tiny snatches them away, but it's not easy and it will take them a lot of time. And if it takes you a lot of time to take those stacks,
Radiant's middle
you're
tower
worrying
is under
against
attack.
relocate, against gyro rotating in.
Have to strike. Emo coming over, they don't catch. Play hard.
And Mac actually at least wants the hard cap. It's not a big stack though, this one. He might be able to take it though.
Frustrating if you are Neon though.
Yeah, they're pinging it out, but they're
Radiant are scanning.
they're not reacting to it. There's the Legion now, CTM. Scam, he's rotating. Gilpage as well.
Might be able to kill him still. Searing Chains, they're looking to get this. Press the attack through the adaptive strike. The silence comes in a little bit too late, but the Inkswell lands on 2. Now they've got the dual kings. That was really well done.
That was really well done, and also very expected from me. Like, if you are trying to steal these stacks
Dire's
and you're
middle
taking
tower
so
is under
much
attack.
time, they will eventually respond to it.
Dire's
So
structures
you
are
took
fortified.
pretty much one big creep. You farmed one camp, and you died for that.
Yeah.
It's definitely not good.
I guess the only thing I'm worried about, Avalanche talks here, onto Natsumi, leap in, Star Storm, still gonna die.
Radiant's bottom tower
I couldn't do enough, but Shanks is dead in return. They also get the 2-1 tower in the bottom lane.
They're doing anything else, Tino?
They're looking for Tino. They want this Inkswell to land, but just off the mark, and Max come over. There's a lot of heroes here for Smart Omega. Searing Change, now back the other way. Stroke of Fate lands on 2.
They're getting out because Tiny is reconnecting, and he has a blink.
And the toss, Soulbind, and the damage. Handle 2 heroes here. They've got the duel on multiple heroes. They find out with the rocket barrage. Yes, they do.
Did he get the double? No,
I think
he got one double.
got one.
Yeah, he got one, but they killed both of them.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, he's
is
only got
under
30
attack.
damage. That would have pushed him to 40.
I think that's worth for Neon, right? They did lose the Ember, but Gyro survives, and Legion Commander also gets the dual damage, which is so valuable for you. Solid.
I'm still a little surprised that Morph's taking this stack and they haven't gone to de-ward it yet.
The Radiant jungle one?
Yeah, there was that ward there before, and they didn't go. And I'm expecting another ward to come out because it wasn't dewarded. If you don't take away the vision, why not place it there again, right?
Oh, well, Gyro will rotate in. He will farm it all up.
So now it's not worth putting that vision.
It doesn't really matter anymore. It's still nice ward to have if you're farming this and you're worried.
You think they just gave up on protecting that? And...
But we'll see. Tiny is actually rotating in, so he might actually try to contest this.
And this is without the vision because it timed out.
This kind of a move you kind of need to do with a smoke, and they're not.
They're just looking to come over.
It's so difficult to run uphill like this. Sam H will do it though. He's a big dragon.
Now they'll try. It's a little late to steal the stacks. I mean, all 5 are here. They'll take some of it.
It's solid. It's 3 big creeps.
Yeah.
It's actually, they just bullied them out. They literally just bullied them out. They didn't even smoke, nothing like that. They just gathered together and move uphill.
And that comes from the information they had prior, right? Like, because that word was there for so long, they knew the stacking was happening. Yes. They know that the Gyro from that fight has moved over to that camp, even though they no longer have the vision, right?
Everything you said is very correct, but it was still an extremely risky move.
Yeah, well, like you said, if you're not smoking, it's very risky.
Just
showing your moves. I'm surprised they got away with as much as they did.
Exactly, because Neon was a little bit more on the greedier side. They were farming with Ember, with Legion Commander that was just running around, so
Radiant's top tower
they couldn't set up the perimeter and protect the triangle.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Which kind of goes hand in hand with what you asked earlier.
Under attack.
Why not protect the triangle?
Yopaj in some trouble. Circle Fate lands on 2, slowing down Mac and CML.
Never refuse good.
That Hobbs having the full duration gave that information. I'm just wondering why they never, like, I feel like they knew they had the vision there, but I don't know.
This is all nerd stuff we're talking about.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some really good items that are coming online. Yopaj, he actually has the vessel. Because of that,
on Natsumi too.
Exactly, and because of these 2 items, they instantly smoke up. You also have relocate, remember, so a big team fight should come. For Neon, they just need to execute properly. This is their huge power spike.
Yeah, this is a really big one, especially with this double damage. They could really make some big work happen if they catch Tino, especially. Searing Chains don't land, but they got a soul line on the 2. Now they're going to go for this. Missile coming out. Avalanche tosses Tino dead. Wait for him. Mac has a risky position, a risky proposition, and they're going to get the kill here on the Mac. Take out all 3 cores. And they lose nothing. Yeah, they want more.
That was not really a risky position for Neon, and Augur with his Ignite and Ignition definitely did not save his team, and mission is accomplished for Neon. They take that vessel and they take a first good fight.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
It's kind of telegraphed as well, right? Like, you should understand that this is coming, but it's just Omega. They were not prepared.
Going from the after party to the hotel lobby. Nothing that they could do with that one. Have to spend their time relaxing now as they were respawning.
They just need to use their smokes, perhaps the Mirana ulti offensively. The thing is, what they're waiting for is the C-Blade on Morph. It gives them a big power spike. And Omega, they're not necessarily in a rush. But you can't be just taking this battery without doing anything at all.
Just
need to respond at some point.
For.
They're trying to perhaps set up on the top lane, Tiny and Mirana.
Putting themselves in a position to get caught in that top lane.
You can see the circle made by the Grimstroke. Play hard is like, let's go play there. They must be in that area. They're not around bottom. We have full control.
Knobs on the cliff. I haven't seen anybody come in from the Dire Triangle just yet. And they'll catch vision as CML here.
They see CML now. He's trying to deward as a good support.
Fifth Searing Chains for King Swell. Venom's Embrace. No stun for you. No ignition either. And there will be a kill onto the Ogre. And they're holding that high ground ward. And you know he's coming over. You gotta assume that he's got the sentry down.
It's an important one. It's an important ward to protect if you're Neon, because it allows you to just stay in their triangle and not move away from it at all. You just stay there, and whoever tries to go in and deward, him off first. But my question again is, now that you have E-Blade, are you finally ready to smoke up on Omega? And they do it because you have to make a move. You just can't let them control
Dire's
the pace of the game
is under attack.
so well and for such a long time. You again have 4 kills against 4 teams. It's unacceptable.
Are scanning.
Problem is, if this goes wrong too, it really turns poor and sour. Swell, press the attack. They've got the duel. Now they're going up top. They're trying to get the kill out on and on. In the top lane. E-Blade into damage there with the IO. Homie missile immediately relocates out.
I'm actually sad for Omega, a biased caster, because they made the proper move. It just did not work. Well played by Io and the gyro. They relocate out and they relocate back in.
Now they're back in. They've got help. Searing chains that lands on the Mirana. The spirits show them where the Mirana is. CML, Shanks, they both fall. Furios down the side of Smart Omega.
Everything is just coming together for Neon, and Admir's or Lizard's Curse, as the panel called it, is continuing.
Got about 7 more minutes.
It's about 7 more minutes and back it up if it continues this way, because Omega, super late game with the Morphling, they still have, let's say, a very good chance of taking this game. But will they get to that late game? They're already 7k behind, 19 minutes in. It's not looking great. The whole movement when they went top and left Dragonite on mid lane is very well planned. Dragonite here is literally just baiting. He's allowing himself to be picked off so that they can pick off Gyro and Io on the top lane.
A sudden burn.
Yeah, it doesn't work. They don't use one of those stuns on the relocate.
Yeah, the Morphling homing missile just never got off in time.
All they had to do is just save one stun for the reload. That's such a basic thing to do. They probably thought that they had enough damage.
Soulbind, catching this Morph. They've got the kill on the Shane still. Through the Morphling, they've got the duel. They'll take out Mac at the back deck.
Triple kill Yorbash, and this is just falling apart.
You should have
This is pretty much just falling apart. This should be easy Aegis as well.
Radiant are
Sumi
scanning.
is so far ahead.
Look at where his net worth is compared to everybody.
It's a normal standard gyro
Dire's top
net worth
tower
right with
is
the
under
IO.
attack.
It's just the fact that no one is keeping up.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Missile going out into Tino.
He's got his blink there. Should be... Well, he doesn't use it. I'm just thinking, is there a big item now that can come from Omega that saves the day? There is nothing really huge. It's literally just about the way they execute fights. To maybe take a loss here, go in, pick off 2, then trade at a loss, right? 4 heroes for 2, 4 for 3. Do something similar. Hopefully Morphling survives. Being caught again.
He's being caught one more time.
Press
the attack. Moonlight Shadow. Is that it? Oh my god, you can kill even. And, well, now, Tino, he's dusted.
That's 11k, 21 minutes in. Curse continues. Vessel was such an amazing build from Ember this game. This Kai and Sanj afterwards, it's nice, but it's not the game changer. The Vessel is really what made them take. The moment they got it, and it's such a cheap item that the moment they got it, they took full control of the map. Right, instant smoke afterwards. Meanwhile, I feel like Omega did not use their timings properly. The Blink Dagger on the Tiny, they didn't utilize it with any smokes. They just kind of tried to hold themselves into the map.
Spear Vessel on the Ogre. They're going to kill off this Ogre. Stay on the high ground. Blink is in out while the creeps come up. Side of Fist Searing Chains once again looking for the homing missile. They dive him.
You have Aegis, right? So you don't have to run away. You can just stay here. So,
Avalanche. Toss under the tier 3, but they've got the BKB against Aegis.
He bumped his BKB though.
Got the duel with Soulbind in a little bit late. Venom's Embrace. It's on to Tino. The question is, can Natsuki survive this? Now he no longer has BKB. The damage out on the Tino is more than enough to get the kill there on its damage. They'll take out 2. CML follows into the grave. They'll buy back on this Dragonite. This tier 3 set to fall. Demolition starts now. And I don't know how you fight into this.
maybe they'll continue fighting after this side is stolen. Oh, Dragon.
Avoid the arrow. Damage. He's dead one. He just fought back. 71. Exactly take buildings.
Dire's middle barracks.
They do.
Oh, now they do.
They do fast enough, right? That's
And they've got GG.
Yep. When it's time to call it, like Lacoste says, it's time to call it.
Dire's top
Time to call
tower
it.
Or
is
should I
under
use Black's GG?
Radiant
Either one, either both. When it's time to GG, it's time to GG.